Mr. Patra,
do you have faith on your assembly?
Talk about
MLAs?
the issues.
Do you have
Talk
faith
on the point.
Do you have answer my question? Do you have faith? Do you have faith on your MLAs? Do you have faith on your MLAs? Do you have faith on your MLAs?
No, what do you mean? Where does the question come from?
Do you have faith on
No,
your
one
MLAs?
second. Where does that question come from? Now, gentlemen, please stop. Okay. 1 minute. Now, please stop. Now, please stop.
Can anyone else break your MLAs if you don't?
Gentlemen, you please stop, both of you, for 1 minute, please. No, 1 second, please. 1 second. Sambit Patra. Oh my God, Mr. Patra, will you please stop? Ashish Khaitan, please stop. 1 minute.
Today, Manish Sisodiya wants to be the chief minister.
Sambit, will you
Kumar
stop?
Vishwas wants to be the chief minister.
They
want to replace Arvind Kejriwal. That's the result as to why.
Now, please, gentlemen, both of you stop for a minute.
Where will it go?
When you stop for a minute, Ashish, can I please do that? Now, I can't actually fly down to Delhi and separate both of you. Just give me a minute, please. 1 second, gentlemen. Please calm down. Calm down. Mr. Patra, why don't you want to fight an election?
No, who said we don't want to fight an election?
Then say we want to fight an election.
Let the option be asked from us.
No,
Let
why
the LG
don't you
ask
want
us.
to fight an election? Simple question. You won
Someone
an
has
election.
to ask us.
Why
These
don't you
things
want to
cannot be-
fight an
these things
election?
are not answered
No,
on the
you
news
did.
channel,
You were.
for God's sake.
Why are you even thinking of forming a government when 3 times,
Who is
4 times,
thinking?
20 times
How
in
do
the
you
past
read our
you were asked
minds?
and you said
Who
we
is
won't form a
thinking?
government?
Yes,
We don't have the
that's an
mandate.
option.
Or now you
Or
know
not.
everything. Who
This
is
is
thinking? How do you read our
strange.
minds? Let the LG ask. Let us write down on pen and paper and give our options to
Sir,
the
the
LG.
Supreme
Why are
Court
we
in the SR
preempting things?
Bomai versus Union of India judgment has emphasized that strength of a ministry or a government can be ascertained only of the floor of the House. So Ajay Bose, the governor, cannot invite the BJP to form government without establishing if they have a majority. And how can you have a majority unless you take people from outside? That's
The
all.
governor would know the constitution. No, I think the governor would know the constitution.
Absolutely.
Ajay Bose.
All political logic suggests that. All political logic suggests that.
And one more thing.
That is why I am asking Sambit Patra, instead of shouting at the top of his voice, why doesn't he simply say that, listen, there is no question of us forming a government in Delhi. We want elections, and please, the Lieutenant Governor should take a decision as soon as possible and let us have elections and stop this farce.
But at
This
the
is
same time,
ridiculous. Then you
Ajay
haven't
Bose,
had
can
any
I ask
government.
you?
No, but at the same time, Ajay Bose.
Mr. Ajay Bose, why are you not asking the same question to Aam Aadmi Party? Mr. Ajay Bose, why were you not asking the same question to the Aam Aadmi Party when the Aam Aadmi Party said that they do not want the assembly to be dissolved?
Aam Aadmi Party
Why
is
were you being so
irrelevant here.
biased? Why are you
Aam
so
Aadmi
biased,
Party
Mr.
is
Bose?
in no position to form a government.
No. Why are you so biased,
Aam
Mr.
Aadmi
Bose?
Party is in no
Why
position
didn't you
to
ask
form
the
a
same
government.
question to the Aam Aadmi Party when the Aam
They are
Aadmi
in no
Party
position to form a
wrote
government.
to the Lieutenant Governor saying,
No,
please
they are in
don't
no
dissolve
position
the
to form a
assembly.
government.
We want
There
to
is
look
no
into the options.
speculation that
You
they're
are
forming
not
a government.
asking
What
this
is
question to
stopping
them.
them from
But today at the
answer?
top of your voice, you are asking this question to
the
me.
speculation
No
is not
question
about
has been
Aam
asked by
Aadmi
the
Party.
LG.
My question,
Why
1
the LG to
second.
come in?
No.
Gentlemen, Congress Party is saying something. 1 second, Jaiveer Shergill of the Congress Party. 1 second, both of you now please stop for a minute. Jaiveer Shergill, otherwise we won't hear each other.
don't
We
double
make
up
your
for Aam
point,
Aadmi
make
Party,
your
Mr.
point
Ajay
strongly, but don't make your point over each other all the time. Yes, Jaiveer Shergill. What were you saying? Please listen to the Congress. Even though it has 8 seats, even though it has reduced to 44 in the Lok Sabha, even though it is embattled, listen to them. They have problems, but doesn't mean they will not listen to them. Yeah, go ahead.
Though we have been reduced to 44, but clearly nervousness and they are scared is showing on BJP's face. Number 2, the answer
That's
today
only
does
shown
not lie
on
in the
Rahul's face,
past.
by
They
the
can't keep on leaning on the crutches of the past. They propriety demands. The people deserve a clarity from Bharatiya Janata Party. What is their next step? What took them 7 months to respond to Supreme Court, and why is still not a clear answer?
Okay, should I just open the lines?
Preparing Mr. Jaganmukhi.
Should I open the lines?
Jaganmukhi for
Should I open the
why can't he
lines?
say
1 second,
open
1 second. I am told, 1 second, Mr. Patra.
The problem is they are scared. The winds have started blowing. The winds of change have started blowing.
No, 1 second, Mr. Shergill, 1 second. I am told there are a lot of people who are already calling tonight on our central phone line. So I think I'm going to be democratic in this and say, let's open up the phone lines. The phone numbers are going to flash on your screen right now. We have 7 to 10 minutes of this debate. We are going to open up the phone lines. Let's hear from the people here tonight. What's wrong with a fresh election in Delhi? What's wrong with a fresh... Narasimha Rao ran a minority government does not mean that is the model of running the government. And can the BJP say tonight that let's form a government only with a majority? But by the way, before I open up the phone lines, and by the way, the numbers are coming through My question to Ashish Khaitan is this. You see, Ashish, you can't have it your way all the time. You decide when to form a government. Then you decide whether or not to form a government with outside support of the Congress. Then you decide when to break the government. Then you decide when to land the state in a crisis. And now you decide that no, we are not going to let another government be formed. We want a fresh election. I mean, you were the ones to cause this mess, Ashish. 1 minute. You were the ones who caused this mess. It is now up to the governor and the president to fix it. You do not have a right to intervene in the matter.
No, that
you let down the people once.
That's not
Ashish, you let down the people once.
Arnav, we resigned. We resigned in February and we resigned on principles. We were a minority government. We didn't have the numbers. In democracy, you require numbers to run a government. We were dependent
you didn't have the numbers when you had the
Congress. 1 second, let me complete. We were dependent on the support of Congress. We had fought elections. We had formed a party on some very basic issues, which is anti-corruption plank, which is
with the Congress support, anti-corruption bank with Congress support.
1 second. Arnav, we went to the people. We went to the people, held a referendum, and people said you form the government as long as Congress allows you to function on your terms and conditions. And the day we realized that Congress is not going to allow us to bring in Jan Lokpal Bill. Now, once
I'm sorry.
But did you have a referendum before leaving? But did you have a referendum before leaving?
1 second.
Did you have a referendum before leaving? This is the question.
Arnav, you may...
Ashish, did you have a referendum before leaving the government, before resigning? Did you have a referendum then?
You dismantled your own house.
You ran away at your convenience. You did not go to the people for resigning. Now, what conduct? What conduct?
Stop blaming the Congress. Aam Aadmi has created a world record of dismantling and putting their own house on fire. For unrealistic,
its only principle was to become the Prime Minister. That is all.
Constitutional values. Arnav, there is a larger question here. The question is not of Aam Aadmi Party government or a BJP government. The question is whether the next government in Delhi will it be formed within the confines of constitutional and democratic values. That's the question. And if a government formed on immorality, if a government formed through immoral and corrupt means cannot serve the public interest, it can never serve the public agenda.
Can I come
Opening the lines now.
And we should learn from history what happened in Karnataka. Operation Kamal led to...
Why are you going to the history now? Why are you going to the history now? You are saying that don't go to the yesterdays. But why are you going to the history now? People have rejected you. People have shown the door. Go out.
We should never forget that.
No. Why are you going to the history now? You are saying that we should not see the yesterday. Now you have gone to the history at your convenience.
Callers on please now. Newshour tonight.
It is only because of your lack of vision that Delhi had to suffer all this.
Gentlemen, 1 minute. 42 minutes past 9. I think we should take the callers. And the fact is, this entire debate is not a Delhi-centric debate in the sense the entire people all over the country are calling right now into the newsroom. This debate is not centering only around Delhi. Whether or not there should be an election in Delhi is now becoming a national issue. Let there be an election, Mr. Patra. If you think Arvind Kejriwal will be decimated and you will win, then fight.
Let the Lieutenant Governor ask. Arey Baba, if anyone is scared, that is Rahul Gandhi. The Congress should not be playing this scary game. If today anyone is scared in Indian politics, that is Rahul Gandhi. Please don't bring Rahul Gandhi in every debate. He is scared. Let him be alone. But the bigger question is, let the Lieutenant Governor ask. We will reply. How can you preempt the reply that Bharatiya Janata Party is going to give?
I am getting off.
For God's sake, you have destroyed Delhi. You have destroyed Delhi. You are the ones who have treated Delhi people as guinea pigs.
No.
We will bring development, don't worry.
Reduce your volume.
We will do it.
Politics of hypocrisy.
Our first caller from Chennai today, and the name is from Chennai. Raman is calling from Chennai. Dr. Raman from Chennai, sir. Please, sir, it's quite a noisy debate tonight. I would like the viewers to call or callers to be heard. Please, I request the participation of all the political panelists. Yes, Dr. Raman, go ahead. Good evening. Good evening, Dr. Raman.
My point is...
Yeah, reduce the volume of your TV
My
set,
point
please.
is, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, I think, is the biggest fraud in Indian politics. He has cheated the public of India. He has cheated the public of India by giving so many promises. Suddenly, he runs from corruption to, he becomes like an anti-communalist. What has he really done for the public of India?
Straight question there. Straight question, Dr. Raman. Dr. Raman, stay on. I'm taking a second caller and then I'll take answers from everyone on that. Atal calling in from Delhi. Our first caller from Delhi this evening. Atal, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Arno.
Good evening.
Arno, you are able to listen me properly? Actually, I'm not getting you properly.
I can hear you, Atal. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening. Arno, my question is to Mr. Sambit Patra. I urge Mr. Sambit Patra, let the Delhi people decide the next government, who will form the next government. His horse trading is something, it's very unconstitutional. So we would like to see what the Delhi people actually want.
Right.
So we have seen that right now Sambit Patra is sound a bit arrogant. I know that he had got a clear mandate, but we
exactly. Answers coming in. Okay, I just want the voices to come in. I'm glad the politicians are listening in silence. Rakesh is calling in from Bangalore. Rakesh, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. Arnab, I have a small question for Sandip Patra.
Yeah.
Sandip Patra, you have won great election of India. Why are you scared? Why are you running away from elections?
Exactly.
Say yes.
Say yes.
Fight the elections. Let's win. Let's come back again. Why are you scared? Don't get scared. You might come back winning all the seats. You don't know. You don't know the mood of the people. I mean, we should go with it.
Oh God. Stop this Aam Aadmi Party rhetoric. No one is scared of Aam Aadmi Party now. It is all about publicity. AAP, all about publicity.
Well, that's a new one. That's a new one. Okay, answer that question. Everyone's asking you the same question, Sambit. Fight the election. Don't be scared.
Yes, I respect the people and I say, let the Lieutenant Governor ask. No one is shying away from fresh elections also. Let our leadership take a decision.
All right.
None of us should...
He has already asked twice.
Congress
said no. He's already asked twice.
Mr.
It is as
Shergill.
simple as that.
How will you
So you're not shying away from horse trading also?
Please, Congress should be a bystander.
They've
my friend,
already
Mr.
asked
Shergill.
twice.
You are
The
a good
problem
person. I
is
agree
you don't
with
know
that.
what answer
But for
to give
God's sake,
because
for
your
God's sake,
intentions are not
Congress,
clear.
with 8 seats, you
no.
should be a bystander. You got an opportunity of forming the government along with the Aam Aadmi.
I am better off with
Mr. Patra, 3 minutes on this debate.
Then with your seats
3 minutes.
away from election, that is worse.
3 minutes. Ajay Bose.
I can give a clear answer.
Ajay Bose. Ajay Bose is saying...
With your mandate, at least have the audacity to be transparent to the people of Delhi.
Congress should not utter the word transparency.
Why are you hobnobbing?
Today it is the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Why are you hobnobbing?
No one is hobnobbing. We are transparent. That is the reason as to why we got all the 7 seats in the Lok Sabha.
Give a transparent, clear answer. Why are you shying away from the Supreme Court and from people of Delhi?
Let the question paper come. You give the answer. The question paper has not been printed. You want us to give the answer. How can we give an answer then?
Samit, why are you saying...
Question paper was printed twice. You have failed. It is being printed for the third time, but you don't want to write the exam. That is the problem.
Could not solve the problem.
You don't want to write the exam. That is the problem.
We want to write the exam.
Who doesn't want to go to the examination hall?
Question paper. We will answer them.
You don't want to go to the examination hall. That is the problem.
Why don't you?
That is Rahul Gandhi's definition. Not going to the examination hall is Rahul Gandhi.
doesn't want to give exam.
Stop leaning, for God's sake. Stop leaning on our UPA to cover yourself.
Don't define Rahul
Give your answer.
Gentlemen, I know this is wonderful.
Why not?
No, one second. The fact is, please understand, there may be a problem.
Plausible and a swallowable
No, there may be a problem, Mr. Patra.
You're a scared kid who does not want to write an exam.
No, there may be a problem, Mr. Patra.
Only person in Indian politics who does not want to write.
I think I'll take one more caller.
Rahul Gandhi, for God's sake.
I think, you know, Mr. Patra, fact of the matter is that you don't have a... One second, Mr. Shergill. The fact of the matter is, you don't have a solid face. You don't have a solid, recognizable face. Allow me to complete. With which you can go to the public and ask for votes. Which means you're better off taking what you get and assuming power, even if it means that you're painted in bad light. Even if it means that your supporters call in on Newshour and say, what are you scared of fighting the elections for?
Ornab, I would say otherwise. You
Mr.
say
Patra,
we don't have a solid face. You say that we don't have a solid face.
Who is your solid face?
There is no otherwise.
How these seven people won the Lok Sabha election? Now how these 7
Then why don't
black and white as you get? There is no gray area.
Understand the Congress running away from the
Ajay,
now why should you be worried about who should be our candidate?
Ashish Khaitan.
You decide who would be your chief minister candidate. You decide. Mr. Vishwas.
Gentlemen, you don't speak together, please. Everyone, I make a request, one at a time.
Who is conspiring to backstab Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. You decide who after you come to us.
Mr. Patra, you give it
No,
to
no.
Ashish Khaitan is responding, and Mr. Patra, let him speak. Let him speak, Mr. Patra. Let Ashish Khaitan speak, Mr. Patra. Go ahead, Mr. Khaitan.
Mr. Ashish Khaitan has to decide as to who will be their chief minister candidate first. Who is their face today? Manish Sisodiya is all ready to backstab Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Mr. Kumar Vishwas is slowly projecting himself from the backstage. So first the Aam Aadmi Party has to decide whether it's a Arvind alone party or there are others also in this party.
There is a practical problem with BJP today. They don't have a face whom they can project as chief ministerial candidate. Two, there is factionalism, and everybody is trying to go for the post of a CM, Jagdish, Mukhi, Meenakshi Lekhi, Harsh Vardhan. So that's the problem. Third, they have a problem that there is an RSS. RSS is saying that we won't allow horse trading. And then they have the problem of their own MLAs who are saying that we don't want to face elections because we might lose to Aam Aadmi Party. So there are plenty of problems with the BJP today. They are confident of their victory in Maharashtra, but with Delhi, they are very nervous.
And there is
they
one
don't
more
have
problem.
a positive
One caller from Delhi and the next caller on the Newshour tonight. The last caller on this debate. The last caller. Okay, Mr. Priyank is calling from Delhi. Priyank, good evening. Priyank, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab. My call is to Aam Aadmi Party, and my question is, since I voted for them in Delhi, now my question is to them. They are shouting about elections, and on the other hand, they are shouting about corruption and wastage of people money, income taxes. Now, if there is a chance of forming a government, anyhow, why they are shouting? Because another election will again be a burden on the people. Exactly they are using election is not happens. You know, the factory of God.
Allow him to complete. He is a public.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's a fair question. Arnab, you asked the same question at the start of the debate, that perhaps 6 months are given for political realignment. Now today there can only be political realignment if Congress decides to support either BJP or Aam Aadmi Party. Without Congress's support, there cannot be a constitutional government in the state of Delhi.
They were talking about this,
and that is not possible.
1 second, Priyanka's counter question. Counter question.
Married to the Aam Aadmi Party a few days ago.
Does the viewer have the right to counter question you?
No, yes, that's what I'm saying.
And Priyank is counter questioning. I like this. Yes, Priyank, go ahead.
You were talking about electricity. I agree that Congress government was corrupt and everything, but in past 15 years, we never faced the electricity problem. Why we are facing the electricity problem after Aam Aadmi came into power? Then we are facing, now they have resigned, we are facing. Why in past 15 years we were not facing the electricity power?
Sir, we were in power for only 49 days. We wanted to carry out certain structural reforms. The whole sector of electricity and power.
So who was stopping you? Who was stopping you from that? Who was stopping you from that? Why did you run away to become the Prime Minister?
Audit the power companies.
No, why did you run away to become the Prime Minister?
The distribution infrastructure is in shambles. It is in shambles because there was a nexus between Congress and BJP for the past 15
But you
years.
were married to the Congress, for God's sake, remember that. You were taking the support of the Congress and formed the government. And then you ran away to become the Prime Minister. You wanted to be the Prime Minister overnight. Your over-ambitiousness of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the single man, has in fact put Delhi in a spot. Remember one thing. Forget all this preaching. Forget all this preaching, for God's sake.
Led to a power crisis.
Forget all this preaching.
A corruption crisis.
Remember one thing,
you are in power in the municipal corporation. Municipal corporation, the BJP
remember one thing, Arnab. Remember one thing, Arnab. Remember one thing, Arnab. Over-ambitiousness of a single man, that is Arvind Kejriwal, has led to this crisis. This man wanted to be the Chief Minister by the evening and Prime Minister by the morning. A man who wants to be the Chief Minister by the evening and Prime Minister by the morning destroyed the fabric of Delhi.
You may attack Arvind Kejriwal 100 times, but that is
and we have extended this debate by 10 minutes. I have time for just one more caller calling in from Noida. And that's Arvind calling in from Noida. 1 second. Arvind from Noida. Good evening. Our last caller on this debate, Arvind from Noida. Good evening. Please listen to the viewers. Yeah, Arvind.
Hi, Arnab. Good evening. This is Arvind from Noida.
Good evening, Arvind. Good evening.
Yeah, my question goes to Mr. That independent panelist, that Ajay Bose. There is one precedent I know, or I came to know, in 1998 in UP Assembly, Governor took a secret ballot in the Assembly and Kalyan Singh was chosen the chief minister with the Jagdambika power. Why in the same situation? Why can't we can have LG can call a secret ballot and choose a chief minister in the assembly? And Supreme Court has justified. The Supreme Court has approved that decision.
If you remember,
so why that option cannot be explored, and why we have to push Delhi for second, third election in 1 year?
No, if you remember, because they did that, the BJP lost very heavily morally in Uttar Pradesh and never came back to power after that in Uttar Pradesh in assembly elections, because it was widely seen as horse trading by the BJP at that time. They lost the moral high ground, and although they formed a government, it wasn't seen as really having been ethical and moral, because there was a lot of horse trading that went behind in breaking away numbers from various parties, where a lot of players were there. Mulayam Singh Yadav also joined in, and there were all kinds of hera-feri, as they call it. So I am precisely saying the BJP today has got this huge mandate. It is occupying the moral high ground. Do they really want to do this when they can actually take the moral high ground, go in for elections,
food for thought,
and then at least have a clear mandate?
Food for thought. And I'm wrapping this up. And for all those viewers who've been calling, I haven't been able to take your calls. I apologize. I did not intend to open up for calls right at the beginning, but I thank those who have called. Food for thought. Should the BJP appear to be dodging an election? That's something, especially after such a big victory in May. Let Sambit, let the BJP think about it. I thank you all very much. Ashish Khaitan, Sambit Patra, Jaiveer Shergill and Ajay Bose for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.